This is CTC News with Wesley Kotar, broadcasting from Sint-Eustatius, Dutch Caribbean. Sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Good evening. It's Monday, November 5th, and this is CTC News, broadcasting live from CTC Studios with Alicia Ridan, filling in for Ms. Wesley Kotar. In tonight's local headlines, second color, Me Saber run scheduled for November 29. SHTA concerned about the effects of Hurricane Sandy. Public entities less confident in future. More on our local headlines after a brief word from our sponsors.
How to prepare for a hurricane. Plan ahead. Learn how to cope with disaster by planning ahead. Hurricane season starts from June 1st and ends on November 30th.
Know what to do when a hurricane watch is issued. Listen to your local radio or TV station for up-to-date storm information. Prepare to bring inside any lawn furniture, outdoor decorations or ornaments, trash cans, hanging plants, and anything else that can be picked up by the wind. Prepare to cover all windows of your home. If shutters have not been installed, use plywood. Tape does not prevent windows from breaking, so taping windows is not recommended.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
And now our local headlines. Women Medical Student Association and Sabre Girls Run Club of Sabre University School of Medicine announced the second color Me Sabre run schedule for November 29, starting at 5:30 p.m. AIDS support group Sabre Foundation will be providing water bottles for participants throughout the day. The run involves participants blitzing each other with non-toxic colors. While the colors wash off and will not stay in clothing, organizers still recommend that participants pay attention to the choice of clothing used. Color Me Sabre is an offshoot of Sabre Girls Run, which encourages Sabre girls to develop self-esteem, confidence, and healthy lifestyle throughout weekly group running and exercising. Color Me Sabre is less about speed and competition, but more about simply having fun. With a large percentage of St. Martin business generated by individuals and families coming from areas affected by Hurricane Sandy, the St. Martin Hospitality and Trade Association, SHTA, has its concern that the 2012 tourism season could be met with lack of demand and a surge in cancellation. The SHTA is calling again for the swift implementation of the St. Martin Tourist Authority, which would be able to react more nimbly to worldwide developments and to execute marketing strategies without the extended bureaucracy that currently delays any real action. The SHTA expresses great sadness in the wake of Hurricane Sandy, which dealt severe damage to the community of the Northeast. This area being the base of our tourism product, many of our vacation homes and timeshare owners are from this area and undoubtedly will have difficult times ahead. Here in St. Martin, we know only too well what hurricane damage can do to the spirit of individuals and damaged properties it leaves behind. With this in mind, we pray for swift recovery for those areas affected by Hurricane Sandy. The association said analysis in Jamaica have predicted already that Hurricane Sandy effects on the Northeast United States could have a devastating effect on Jamaica's tourism industry because the Northeast is Jamaica's largest source market, and our disruption of amenities in that part of the world automatically would have an impact on Jamaica's fortunes. This hurdle is by itself a major concern, but compounded by the lack of proper marketing plan for St. Martin and the fact that the competition for vacation spending in general is very fierce, especially amongst our neighboring islands, whose targets are the same source market and as a rule are far better organized than we are. The depth of the impact on St. Martin economy could be significant, as HTA said. The residents of Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Saba have less confidence in the future of islands despite the increased satisfaction regarding education, health, service safety, and the police compared to the previous year. This appears from an experience study conducted by RCN. The report indicated that concerns about the purchasing power and possibly also reflected in the confidence in the future of the three islands. In 2011, 59% was positively disposed toward the future compared to 41% in 2012. The final report will be translated in Papiamento and English and will be soon presented to the islands, the Department of Heads, the Ministry of the Interior and Kingdom Relations. In regional news, Puerto Ricans vote on U.S. territorial status. More on our regional news coming up after a break.
In everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause it's love that you share. I will steer it in the right direction, though I have no fear. Oh my I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause I care.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
And now our regional news. Puerto Ricans have voted to remain a U.S. territory in 4 previous votes held since 1967. But the margin of victory has decreased over the years. The plebiscite was proposed by Republican Governor Luis Fortuno, president of the New Progressive Party, which supports statehood. It is alternately viewed by Puerto Ricans as an opportunity to improve the island's economic future, a chance to shake off the vestiges of its colonial past, or a ploy by Fortuno to win a second term. The vote coincides with gubernatorial and municipal elections. Supporters of the current status describe it as a bilateral pact that allows the island some autonomy while enjoying being a part of the United States. But critics say it means Puerto Rico is in effect a colony under the complete authority of the U.S. Congress. Under its current Commonwealth status, Puerto Ricans living on the island are U.S. citizens, but they cannot vote in the presidential elections, and their only representation in Congress is a non-voting member of the U.S. House of Representatives. Most Puerto Ricans pay no federal income tax, but they do contribute to the Social Security Retirement Program, are eligible to receive federal welfare benefits, and have long served in the armed forces. In international news, most Dutch expats plan to return home. Alliance with Wilders did hurt Holland's reputation. Some 60% of Dutch nationals working abroad plan to return home, according to research by international mobility company Intelligence Group. The results of survey was published in online career magazine Intermediaire. The previous VVD-CDA coalition government, which involved Geert Wilders' anti-Islam party for freedom PVV, is a supporting role, caused an image problem abroad that civil servant documents reveal. Ministers repeatedly said foreign government understood the relations between the minority coalition and Wilders and that he was not officially part of the government. The problems had not all been solved now that Wilders is no longer part of the alliance. He was a symbol of the way the Netherlands has turned into itself, said expert on international relations Director of Research Institute, 8CCS, Rod de Wijk. Our 3-day weather forecast for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin will be coming up after a short break.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are 2 options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
Here is our 3-day weather forecast for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin. On Statia and Saba, tonight, November 5th, partly cloudy, 86 degrees Fahrenheit temperature, 20% chance of rain, and winds east at 14 miles per hour. On Tuesday, November 6th, partly cloudy, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chance of rain, and winds east at 16 miles per hour. On Wednesday, November 7th, partly cloudy, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chance of rain with winds east at 14 miles per hour. On St. Martin, tonight, November 5th, partly cloudy, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chance of rain, and winds east at 11 miles per hour. On Tuesday, November 6th, partly cloudy, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chance of rain, and winds east-southeast at 12 miles per hour. On Wednesday, November 7th, partly cloudy, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chance of rain, and wind east-southeast at 11 miles per hour. That was our 3-day weather forecast for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's news with Alicia Redan. Do have a pleasant night, be safe, and be blessed.